Today I'm gonna make it easy for you guys and show you how I ship my large pieces of furniture. Just the other day we sold this bar cart made in Italy. We sold it for $500 and now it's time to package it up and ship it out. Sometimes selling an item can be the easy part. If you don't know how to ship it, that can be a problem. I know this piece of furniture looks big and might be intimidating to some people, but I know it disassembles and breaks down very easily. Since it breaks down, that reduces the shipping cost tremendously. The first thing I do is remove all the hardware. It's easily removable with a Phillips head screwdriver. Next, I flip the piece upside down, which gives me access to the bottom, and now it's time to remove the wheels. Just like everything else, these are simply held on by a couple of wing nuts. And once I remove those two, the wheels come off. I make sure to carefully handle all these pieces and set them all aside. The legs easily unscrew too, that makes it so easy. I'm sure you can already tell that I've got my work cut out for me, but I can tell you I know what I'm doing. There's 2 pins on each one of these flaps and I remove those, which allows me to detach the flap. I go ahead and give everything a nice wipe down, make sure to remove all the dust and debris. We want this looking nice when our customer receives it, so they leave us positive feedback. Now it's time to protect everything. I take a layer of cardboard and sandwich it between each one of these pieces of wood. I know it doesn't seem like a lot of protection, but as you watch the process, you'll see how it all comes together. If you have extra cardboard boxes on hand, make sure to save them and don't recycle them. This stuff is valuable packaging material and it's always nice to have it on hand. I make a little custom box for each one of these side flaps. I want to make sure they're well protected during shipment. That's the most important thing when you're doing this. You gotta make sure the item arrives safely when your customer gets it. Because if it doesn't, you gotta refund them the money and you lose out. Making sure to trim down your boxes and save as much space as possible is always key when you want to save on shipping costs. I measure out this large box and I take it down a couple inches to save me some money. I use the edge of my kitchen counter and as you can see, it works perfectly to give me a nice even crease. Now it's time to trim off the extra layers of this box and shape it up. When you're working with sharp knives and materials, always make sure to take extra care. You have to make sure to protect your body. Once I've got this box taped together, I put a nice big piece of insulation styrofoam at the bottom to start my base. Now it's time to safely package and organize everything in the box. This part is always like a jigsaw puzzle to me. I have fun doing it because it always gives my brain just a little bit of a mental challenge. Remember, we have to figure out how to safely package and ship this item. And there is no instruction manual, so we have to figure it out on the fly. I've got a lot of experience over the years and I've made tons of mistakes, so I want to share with you guys some of the lessons I've learned so I can save you some time and headache. As you can see, each one of these items has to be individually packaged, wrapped, boxed, and taken care of and handled separately. And if you look here now, it's all coming together nicely. Next, we packaged up the brass hardware and it's time to find its place in the box. Every single piece that you use should add structural integrity to the box. You need to figure out a way to piece it all together to where it's all packaged safely and it all fits nicely. After packaging up these last couple things, it seems like we've filled up the space nicely with the box, but there is a little bit of extra space in the top, so we need to take care of that. Just like at the bottom of the box, I use a piece of styrofoam insulation and I cut a perfect rectangle for the top. Now this stuff can get messy if you saw it in half, so I like to take a straight edge and I like to break it in half. And if you do that, it helps to reduce on the mess. Now we've almost crossed the finish line. All we need to do is tape up this box, throw some fragile stickers on it, and put on a shipping label. This box was a challenge. If you stayed and watched the whole video, you can see this one didn't put itself together. This one took me an hour and a half. But I sold this bar cart for $500 and I only paid $70. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know how to make any better money than that. And here's the finished product. It only cost $35 to ship this box, which is absolutely crazy. I know you probably thought it was going to cost way more to ship that bar cart, but since I disassembled it, it saved a ton of money. Remember to share this video, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.